So in order this non-resident to be taxed in Malaysia, awak yang tukang bayar ni, pembayar ni, kena retain some of the amount, okay, so that awak yang collect bagi pihak non-resident. So kalau awak boleh tengok dalam buku, itu salah satu cara kita collect Malaysian tax from the non-resident using withholding tax, ataupun ada 6 bi-monthly installment payment under section 107B, ataupun monthly payment installment made under section 107C. Okay, dua section tu adalah cara awak collect payment, cara LHDN collect payment from the non-resident company. Okay, actually bukan non-resident saja, kalau resident company pun yang awak kira tax, dia akan collect sama ada 6 bi-monthly, maksudnya 2 bulan sekali from the amount of your tax. Okay, dia akan collect 2 bulan sekali, itu under section 107B, or the payment juga boleh dibuat monthly. So kalau monthly installment, awak boleh bayarlah setiap bulan lah awak akan bayar. Okay, so awak punya aggregate, awak punya estimated of tax paid. Okay, saya mention on estimate sebab towards the end of the year ataupun towards the end of accounting period, baru awak tahu the exact amount of your profit kan. So untuk company, kita tak tunggu sampai awak dapat the actual amount, so awak akan buat anggaran. Okay, awak akan buat anggaran, and so from your estimation of your tax paid, and then from that amount awak akan bahagikan lah. Kalau awak nak bayar 2 bulan sekali, means that awak akan bagi dengan 6. Kalau nak bayar setiap bulan, means daripada estimation tu awak akan bagi dengan 12. Okay, so this one is tax paid under company. Yang tu kita akan belajar later dalam topik return and assessment. Okay, that one topik seterusnya methods of company untuk bayar tax. Okay, that one topik topik next kita lah nanti, return, assessment and appeal. Alright, okay, next kita nak tengok overview, identify the payment subject to withholding tax. Okay, apa jenis payment yang subject to withholding, bukan saja yang awak dealing dengan non-resident company. So apa-apa saja actually, whatever yang awak kena bayar, the Malaysian resident ataupun the government of Malaysia kena bayar pada orang non-resident ataupun orang yang kat overseas tu. Okay, next, explain the requisition condition. Okay, apa syarat-syarat dia? State the types of withholding rates. Okay, ada beberapa rates lah yang kita akan apply nanti. Explain the compliance requirement. Okay, dan juga penalties and subsequence for non-compliance. Okay, this one pun sebenarnya awak dah tengok sikit untuk non-compliance tu macam mana treatment kita. Kita dah tengok dalam company tax, which kalau non-compliance mean whatever yang awak bayar, awak tak boleh deduct, cannot be deductible expenses. Okay. Okay, so this is the rates. Okay, so kalau awak tengok untuk special class of income fall under section capital A. Okay, so withholding charge is 10%. Okay, this one is fall under 109B. Okay, final tax. Okay, kalau final tax means that bila awak dah bayar withholding tax, then awak tak perlu lagi untuk hantar borang tax return. Borang tax tu tak perlu hantar. So final tax sudah kira settle lah awak punya tax paid. Okay, then under section business income, okay, kalau this company involve the business, so dia kena hantar submission of tax return. Okay, dia kena hantar. Untuk yang atas ni tadi, under section 4 capital A, awak tak perlu hantar tax return. Okay, untuk business income of non-resident contractor, okay, so ada dua. Untuk business income ni kita pecahkan income yang business biasa, and satu lagi business untuk contractor. Untuk contractor fall under section 4A, this is business income. So the withholding tax is 10% plus 3%. Ada plus ni, nanti kita tengok kenapa. Okay, so untuk untuk contractor ni, dia kena hantar juga submission of tax return. Okay, so ada interim tax ni. Okay, so ada interim tax means dia kena check balik sama ada cukup ke tak cukup daripada withholding. Cukup ke tak? Kalau tak cukup actually dia kena tambah. Okay, employment income tak ada nak subject to withholding tax. Okay, employment income ni awak tengok sebab employment ni biasanya individu. So awak tengok whether dia resident ke non-resident, both are subject to the normal tax. Okay, for interest under 4C, okay, this fall under section 4C, relevant section untuk withholding is 109. Okay, the tax rate is 15%. Okay, so dikira dah cukup lah awak bayar tax tu. Okay, so for dividend is exemption, so tak perlu, tak adalah tax untuk dividend ni. Okay, rental final tax, so kalau awak bayar rental untuk non-resident, so this is final tax. Then royalties public entertainer, section 4D. Okay, so dia ada dua for royalties is 10% and for public entertainer the rates is 15%. So according to relevant section 109 and 109A. Okay, pension tak ada. Okay, so tapi still lah kena hantar submission of tax return ni still awak kena hantar. Others under section 4F 10%, okay, it is also final tax. So final tax tu maksudnya dah tak perlu lagi kira income awak, so whatever yang awak bayar dah kira final lah. Okay, then kita nak tengok one by one according to section 109 under interest or royalty. Okay, interest or royalties deemed derived from Malaysia from exempt income. Okay, business or non-business income withholding tax compliant. Okay, what is, okay, this one kita nak tengok lah ada topik interest or royalty ni. Okay, sampai habis what is penalty for non-compliance, penalty for incorrect return. Okay, so untuk satu topik ni memang kita tengok sampai habis macam mana awak nak deal dengan LHDN. Okay, next untuk interest or royalty, okay, deemed derived from Malaysia. Okay, kalau ayat deem ni sebenarnya awak tak actually betul-betul terima tau. Okay, sama ada terima atau tak terima. Bukan maksud saya macam deem ni dia macam awak tak terima tapi awak anggap awak terima daripada Malaysia. Okay, so kalau interest or royalty, if the payer, orang yang bayar withholding to government or state government is responsible for the payment. Okay, kalau government atau state government Malaysian yang bayar, so obviously the income is Malaysian income. So awak bayar pada non-resident. Okay, then resident taxpayer is responsible for the payment. Okay, tadi kalau government, ini this one pula resident taxpayer yang bayar. So kalau resident taxpayer yang bayar, so this one is Malaysian income. Okay, interest, it is a payable, it is payable in respect of money borrowed and employed in or let out on asset used in or production of gross income in Malaysia. So awak dikenakan interest. Okay, for interest ni awak buat loan sebenarnya kan. Awak buat loan and for that loan yang awak terima, awak kena bayar interest. So loan awak tu awak buat apa? Okay, so awak buat loan, money borrowed ni adalah loan. Okay, awak gunakan untuk, okay, maybe let out on asset, awak beli asset untuk awak gunakan in your business to production of gross income. Okay. Okay, if interest or royalties is charged as outgoing expenses against any income accruing in or derived from Malaysia. Okay, ini adalah syarat dia lah, awak bayar interest tu untuk apa? Okay, so interest tu charge as expenses. In your business, awak akan charge as outgoing ataupun expenses. Okay, against any income accruing, okay, betul lah expenses awak sebab awak tolak expenses tu daripada business income awak yang awak derive or accruing from Malaysia. Okay, so example MB Holding Private Limited, a non-resident companies, grants a loan of 10 million at an interest rate of 4% per annum to its subsidiary, MB Sdn Bhd. Okay, so ada subsidiary, ada ada mak dia, okay, ada anak dia kat dalam Malaysia. So mak dia ni private limited ni non-resident company. So untuk subsidiaries di MB Sdn Bhd, a company tax resident in Malaysia, the loan is to finance the acquisition of plant and machinery used for the business of MB Sdn Bhd. Okay, awak dapatkan loan daripada non-resident and the loan is to finance the acquisition of plant and machinery. Okay, the payment of interest of 400,000 is subject to Malaysian income tax as it derived from Malaysia. Okay, so for the loan yang awak buat 10 million ni, untuk MB buat loan of 10 million, okay, dia kena bayar interest of 400,000. Okay, and this 400,000 is subject to Malaysian income. Okay, kenapa? Sebab awak derive from Malaysia. Okay, kenapa kata derive from Malaysia? Loan tu digunakan untuk acquisition of land and machinery used in Malaysian business income dia. Okay, this is due that the fact that MB Sdn Bhd is a tax resident person of Malaysia and the loan is used to finance asset used in the production of gross Malaysian income of MB Sdn Bhd. Okay, withholding tax of 15%, untuk interest is 15% must be deducted, which is 60,000. Okay, 60,000 comes from 15%, darabkan dengan amount of tax of 400,000. Okay, upon paying or crediting such interest to MB Holding Private Limited. Okay, so kalau masa dia nak bayar untuk interest ni, dia tak boleh bayar full 400,000. Untuk MB Sdn Bhd dia kena hold 60,000 ni. Okay, so the tax deduction is a final tax imposed on MB Holding Private Limited. Okay, withholding tax is a tax on non-resident recipient where the law requires the payer to deduct the relevant tax when paying or crediting interest or royalty payment to the non-resident recipient. Okay, so now tax ke atas non-resident awak ni adalah 60,000 ni. Okay, and law require payer, okay, MB Sdn Bhd ni to deduct the relevant tax when paying or crediting. So dia tak boleh bayar 100% of 400,000, dia kena retain 60,000, MB Sdn Bhd kena retain 60,000 and this 60,000 dia kena bayar tu LHDN. So kat sini nampak tak problem? Ada problem apa-apa? Faham? Class okay ke saya dah terleft lagi?
Ada, okay.
Ada, okay So this is the example and this situation ni semua apply pada semua situation, cuma yang berbeza adalah tax rate awak. Okay, tax rate tu depends on income apa. Okay. Okay, exempt income. Okay, no withholding tax for exempt income. Okay, apa yang dikatakan as exempt income? Okay, so boleh tengok kat sini exempt income. Okay, kalau awak tengok dalam buku awak, no withholding tax on interest or royalty payment to a non-resident deemed derived from Malaysia are exempted from dividend. For example, interest exempted under paragraph 33 or 35 or schedule 6 of the income tax. Okay, so this one kalau lah non-resident tu dia terima income of interest tu, apa yang dia terima tu adalah non-exempted ataupun non-taxable ataupun exempted income. So means that bila awak kena bayar pada dia pun it will be exempt income. Okay, exempt maksudnya it is exempted lah, awak tak payah bayar tax. Okay, tak payah bayar withholding tax ni Okay, so untuk business or non-business income, okay, attributable, okay, apa contoh exempt income ni kelas? Okay, let's say kalaulah non-resident ni dia simpan duit dalam bank. So untuk bank ni dia awak kena bayar interest kan pada income. Okay, kalaulah interest yang disimpan di bank, it is exempt income. So for that reason, kalaulah resident ni pun sama, simpan duit dia dekat bank, so interest yang dia terima tu akan jadi exempted juga. So untuk exempt income ni, so no withholding tax untuk this type of exempt income. Okay. Then, okay, sama ada business or non-business income. Okay, attributable to business, exclude from withholding tax, shall be taxed as business sources, okay, subject to tax rate of 24%. Okay, so kita nak tengok this one, business income of the okay, awak punya yang awak bayar ni penerima apa withholding tu, sorry, penerima pembayaran ni sama ada dia bisnes ke tak bisnes, dia dengan awak dealing dia bisnes ke tak. If dia ada bisnes dekat Malaysia, so it will exclude from withholding tax sebab untuk business sources for the non-resident, it will subject to tax rate of 24% in Malaysia. Okay, tapi kalaulah dia tak ada bisnes kat Malaysia, okay, attributable to non-business, okay, bisnes dia dekat overseas, awak yang dapatkan khidmat dia dekat overseas, so this one yang it will subject to withholding tax, okay, with 10, tak kisahlah rate 10% or 15% on the gross income. Okay, so tengoklah ada bisnes ke tak ada bisnes. Kalau ada bisnes, kita tak payah sibuk susah-susah untuk kira. So terus untuk subject tax at 24%. Okay. Okay, then scope of royalties is expanded with effect from 17 January 2017. Okay, kalau ikutkan royalties awak yang macam awak belajar topik royalties tu sikit je kan. Okay. Okay, then the use of the right to use of any copyright software, artistic or scientific work, patent, design, trademark dan sebagainya ni, ini adalah the general maksud untuk royalties. Okay, tapi kalau awak tengok dia dah bertambah daripada apa yang awak belajar. Okay, the right to use tapes of radio, the reception of the right to receive. Okay, so sebenarnya banyak on royalties ni. Okay, you can turn to page Okay, buku awak ni dia dah shortcut ni dah tak ada. Okay, yang ni yang lama kalau muka surat 264 buku yang lama ni. Okay, cuba tengok 264 buku awak. Okay, so tak ada. Okay. Dia dah kat sini banyak sangat. Okay, kelas dekat sini banyak sangat. Sampailah the reception of the rights to receive visual image or sound or both transmitted to the public by satellite or cable, fiber optic or similar technology. Okay, this one pun is fall under royalty. Okay, so untuk awak dia tak bagi awak banyak lagi. Sebenarnya there are a lot of expenses yang subject to royalty. Okay, this one teknologi sekarang-sekarang ni kita memang akan guna similar teknologi ni, transmission ni sebagainya. So this one also kalaulah ada company provide for you, then awak kena bayar royalty. Okay, so ini sajalah sikit-sikit yang saya boleh sentuh sebab dalam buku awak tak ada. Okay, so whatever that you use, then it will subject to royalty. Okay, banyak lagi sebenarnya Okay, next kita nak tengok withholding tax compliance under section 109 clause 1. Okay, payer is required to withhold tax of 15% for interest ataupun 10% for royalty, payment deemed derived from Malaysia. Okay, then remit such tax to Director General within 1 month from the date of payment or credited. Okay, so means that apa yang awak buat, okay, kita dah hold, kita tak bayar semua 100% tu pemberi servis kan. So awak ni payer, okay, awak tak bayar semua, you will retain 15% or 10%, depends. Kalau 15% for interest and the 10% for royalty, okay. So this amount, then awak akan hantar remit to Director General within 1 month. Okay, so bila awak comply ni, barulah dia akan jadi awak punya expenses. Okay, this will fall under section 109 clause 1. Okay, so maksudnya, apa maksudnya credit or paid or credit? Okay, the amount is considered to have been credited to a non-resident if it has been made available. Okay, or for the benefit of non-resident. Okay, so credit kalau awak tengok, Okay, sama ada kita tengok the date amount is paid. Okay, so nak tengok paid sama ada awak betul-betul credit the amount to the bank account ataupun pada masa awak buat kontra entry. So dua-dua tarikh ni adalah date amount is paid. Okay, so that's why dia guna words paid or credited. Okay, so so pada tarikh ni lah, ini adalah tarikh ni penting sebab nak menunjukkan satu bulan amount tu. Satu amount period time untuk awak hantar ke LHDN. So daripada tarikh awak kreditkan amount awak to bank account of recipient ataupun dari tarikh awak buat kontra entry. So this is the date nak menunjukkan sebulan period awak tu. Okay, next on penalty, kalau tak compliant, kalau awak tak buat, kalau awak tak deduct for the withholding tax, so for non-compliant will be allowed as deduction if taxpayer rectifies his failure. Okay, pay the withholding tax together with the 10% penalty on the unpaid withholding tax. Okay, so kalau non-compliance means sama ada dia tak tolak withholding tax ataupun dia tak bayar ke LHDN amount yang dia retain tu. So okay, dia then these expenses ni boleh allow, can be allowed as deduction kalau pembayar cukai ni taxpayer ni rectify, dia mengaku salah dia ni. Okay, dia bayar, then bila dia dah perasan dia bayar withholding tax ni tapi dengan 10% penalty. Okay, so kalau dia perasan this one, barulah dia akan jadi allowable expenses. Okay, kalau taxpayer does not rectify his failure, the relevant expenditure will be disallowed as a tax deduction under section 39 clause 1. Okay, ni pun sebenarnya kita dah buat dalam soalan company tax awak tu. So kalau awak tak bayar, terus dah akan jadi not allowable expenses. Okay, kalau awak lambat bayar tapi bila awak bayar sekali dengan penalty, okay, still the expenses akan jadi allowable expenses. Okay, satu non-compliant, satu incorrect tax return. Okay, awak salah claim, incorrect ni awak salah declare. Okay, taxpayer claim deduction of interest and royalty. Okay, so dia tak bayar tapi dia claim juga, dia kata dia tak buat withholding tax tapi dia claim ada deduction. Okay, so did not rectify its failure by paying the relevant withholding tax and the tax penalty by the due date of submission of tax return. Okay. Okay, then DG impose a tax penalty on his tax return. Okay, so this one okay, dia tak declare yang dia tak bayar. Okay, dia tak bayar, did not rectify its failure by paying the relevant withholding tax. Okay, dan dia pun at the same time kan patutnya kena penalty kan. Okay, so kalau dia tak nak mengaku, then actually nanti DG akan impose tax penalty. Okay, kalau dengan LHDN ni senang je, awak apa-apa salah kan, then awak akan kena penalty. Kadang-kadang salah tu salah dekat LHDN juga sometimes kan, but still at first dia akan penalty awak dulu. Okay, so kat sini follow. Okay, kelas kat sini boleh?
Madam, yang
Boleh.
dia rectify failure tu maksudnya dia tak mengaku ke macam mana?
Okay, yang ni dia tak mengaku dia tak mengaku dia buat silap ni, dia tak mengaku. Sepatutnya kalau awak kalau awak tak buat withholding tax, awak tak comply withholding tax, so awak tak boleh buat deduction. Okay, so kalau awak tak comply withholding tax, so dia terus akan jadi kat sini under section not allowable expenses. Okay, tapi sekarang ni dia tak comply withholding tax tapi dia claim deduction. Okay, so dia claim deduction. Okay, then dia not rectify failure by paying the then dia tak mengaku dia tak so sekarang ni sebenarnya dia tak bayar withholding dan dia tak bayar penalty. Okay, so dia dia dekat sini lah sebenarnya. Dia tak bayar withholding tax dan dia tak bayar penalty. So sepatutnya dia akan jadi not allowable. Tapi sekarang ni dia claim deduction of interest and royalty ni. So ada salah tax return dia, salah. Okay, faham ke? Sepatutnya dia berada kat sini kalau awak tak comply withholding tax, dia akan jadi not allowable expenses. So this one kalau section 39 dia akan jadi terus prohibited ataupun not allowable expenses. Langsung tak boleh. Tapi apa yang dia buat, dia claim deduction. Dia akan jadi dekat sini. Dia claim allowable expenses. Okay, so sebenarnya dia tak bayar withholding tax dan dia tak bayar penalty. Okay, so apa akan jadi? Okay, DG akan impose a tax penalty on tax return dia. Dia akan kenalah penalty kat situ. Okay, boleh?
Boleh, madam.
Okay, so cara dia untuk appeal. Okay, apa-apa hal pun awak still kalau awak dah kena penalty pun still awak boleh appeal. Okay, according to section 109 H1. Okay, awak nak appeal within 30 days from the date on amount is due to be made to Director General. Okay, appeal to Special Commissioner that the amount is not liable to be paid to Director General. Okay, so penalty awak ni, okay, awak boleh appeal. This one is appeal penalty Okay, sepatutnya kalau awak dah kena penalty, then awak kena bayar the penalty tu 30 days. Okay, dia dah bagilah. Bila tarikh Director General state kena bayar, then from that date 30 days tu awak kena bayar lah. Okay, ni satu appeal by Director General. Satu lagi appeal to Special Commissioner, ni atas lagi. Kalau awak tak setuju dengan Director General, then awak boleh make an appeal to Special Commissioner. Ni stage yang lagi tinggi Okay, ni first stage, ni second stage dekat Special Commissioner ni. Okay, untuk section 109 H2, okay, amount is due from the payer to the non-recipient. Okay, section 109H shall not apply if an appeal has been filed to SC. Okay, SC is Special Commissioner by the non-resident recipient to whom the payer was liable to pay the amount due. Okay. Such payment to the non-resident is disallowed as tax deduction. Okay, ataupun the amount due under section 109(1). Okay, so amount is due. Section 109H tak akan apply Okay, sekejap, this one 109. Okay, untuk 109 ni, okay, so dia tak akan apply kalau awak dah buat, awak dah file to SC. So this one yang first antara awak dengan DG ni, dia tak akan apply sebab bila awak dah pergi ke higher level ni, awak maksudnya untuk antara awak dah file to SC, okay, then dengan DG tu dah settle. So this one antara awak dengan SC pula Okay, so 109 shall not apply. Okay, kita tak apply dulu sebab kita akan tunggu keputusan antara awak dengan SC pula. Okay, and appeal has been filed to SC by the non-resident recipient to whom the payer was liable to pay. Okay, sepatutnya awak kena bayar pada Director General kan within 30 days kan. Now awak nak tak puas hati juga, awak file to SC. So antara awak dengan DG tu dia akan silent dulu. So now sekarang the appeal is between you and SC. Okay, so such payment to the non-resident is disallowed as tax deduction under section 39(1) is in arriving at the adjusted income. Okay, this one awak dah betul-betul dia dah jatuh under section 39 Bila awak dah tak bayar, okay, so bila awak dah tak bayar dan dah melebihi tarikh, dah melebihi tempoh 1 month tu, so dia terus akan jadi under section 39. Okay, terus akan jadi disallowable expenses selagi awak tak bayar Okay, the amount due to section 109H has not been made to the Director General. Okay, this one awak tak buat lagi lah payment pada Director General sebab awak dah melangkaui Director General, awak dah file to SC. Okay, so the appeal between you and SC tu dia akan silence lah, awak terus akan file, awak akan deal dengan SC pula sekarang ni. Okay, this one under section 109H2. Okay. So sebelum kita proceed, this one clear? Okay, this one antara awak dengan SC so lebih baik pada saya lah, lebih baik untuk awak if you have any dealing with the non-resident, lebih baik awak settle awal-awal sebab bila dah sampai ke SC, bila dah sampai ke Director General, sebenarnya dia akan penalty awak dulu. Okay, dia akan penalty dulu and then baru awak akan tahu keputusan appeal awak tu. Sama ada appeal awak berjaya ke tak berjaya. So first dia akan penalty dulu. Okay, so this one, any problem kat sini? Okay, kelas? Kelas saya dah terleft ni?
Okay.
Okay, next kita nak tengok section 109A under public entertainer. Okay, any income or remuneration paid to a public entertainer, non-resident in respect of service performed or rendered in Malaysia shall be taxed at the flat rate of 15. Okay, siapa pula ni public entertainer ni? Okay, contohnya siapa kelas public entertainer ni? Siapa-siapa lah agaknya penyanyi-penyanyi overseas sudah datang kat Malaysia buat show kat Malaysia. This one fall under public entertainer. Ikut lah awak punya idola K-pop datang dari Korea sana, dia perform kat Malaysia. Okay, this is public entertainer. Okay, so public entertainer ni bukan saja okay, kita ada kat sini comparer, model, circus performers, okay, lecturer, speaker, sportsman, artis. Okay, yang tadi tu artis. Okay, so bukan saja artis, kalau ada speaker, lecturer, performer, okay, macam contoh previously yang glamour tu, apa yang Zakir naik, itu pun sama, kalau lah daripada luar dah bagi talk dekat Malaysia, it is also include as public entertainer. Okay, or an individual exercising any profession, vocation or employment of a similar nature. Okay, tak kisahlah apa kerja dia datang kat Malaysia, okay, dia datang sekejap this one. Ataupun an individual who use his intellectual, artistic, musical, personal or physical skill or character in carrying out any activity in connection with the purpose through live, print, electronic, satellite, cable, fiber optic or other medium for film or tape or for television or radio broadcast. So tak kisahlah dia datang atas reason apa, so dia datang and buat show dia kat sini, okay, dan dia dapat payment. Okay, so example of payment here, a renowned medical lecturer from a leading university in Singapore arrived in Malaysia to present a lecture at a public seminar. Ataupun a well-known footballer from the UK arrived in Malaysia to become a commentator for a live telecast football match between a popular English Premier League football team and Malaysian national football team. Okay, so dia well-known, kan, kerja dia footballer kan. An international supermodel from the US arrived in Malaysia to participate in a fashion show for viewing to the public. Ataupun a legendary violinist from New York arrived in Malaysia to perform at the Petronas Philharmonic Hall. Okay, so all of this situation orang-orang tu memang bukan Malaysian. So datang daripada luar, perform in Malaysia and get the payment. Okay, so they are all the public entertainer. Okay, so untuk public entertainer, okay, ada clarification. Individual who works behind the scene in art related and sports related activity do not fall within the definition of public entertainer. Okay, so untuk orang, kalau awak tengok public entertainer, sportsman lah, okay, kumpulan K-pop lah apa, yang perform atas stage tu je is public entertainer sebab dia orang biasa bukan datang satu atau dua orang, dia akan datang satu team dia kan. Okay, even kalau dia ada sports person, dia dengan manager dia lah, dengan tukang urut dia lah, dengan okay, siapa-siapa. So yang entertain, yang yang obviously class under public entertainer hanyalah orang yang perform itu sahaja. So whoever individual who works walaupun sebenarnya dia pun assumption. Okay, untuk orang-orang ni kita ada pun dapat payment juga kan. So assumption ni kita akan guna yang bawah ni. Okay, the 60-day rule assumption under paragraph 22 schedule 6 does not apply to public entertainer. Okay, public entertainer ni dia datang sekejap je, semalam, 2 malam, or maybe seminggu. Means that awak patutnya akan apply 60-day rule ni. Okay, this one ada topik employment ke, ada topik apa? Okay, this rule mention kalau lah siapa-siapa bekerja kat Malaysia less than 60 days, so the income will be exempted. Okay, dia tak akan dikenakan cukai untuk tempoh pekerjaan 60 day and less. So obviously kalau public entertainer ni dia tak akan datang stay kat Malaysia lama. Okay, dia akan datang seminggu, 2 minggu, sehari, 2 hari, dia perform and then dia balik pergi kat tempat lain kan. So untuk public entertainer ni dia tak subject, dia tak akan apply the 60 day rules. Kita akan terus guna withholding tax ni. Okay, itu satu assumption untuk public entertainer. Second one, prize money received by professional sportsman. Okay, so dia dapat hadiah professional sportsman ni dapat hadiah. Okay, person who engage in the sports for livelihood. Okay, this one dengan syarat lah dia memang kerja dia bersukan, sportsman. So whatever prize received, okay, also assumption. Okay, the last assumption, payment made to non-resident actors for filming activities approved by the Malaysian Foreign Film Committee. Okay, so untuk aktiviti perfilman yang dibuat di Malaysia, okay, so it is also will subject to exemption. Okay, dengan syarat lah these activities approved by the Malaysian Foreign Film Committee. Okay, so clear tak kat situ?
Madam.
Yep.
Yang ni dia exemption untuk withholding tax ke income tax tu?
Withholding tax tu kiranya tax, income tax lah, tapi tapi ada rules ni sebab okay, this one maksudnya apa yang macam contohnya untuk sportsman yang dapat hadiah ni, so patutnya hadiah tu adalah income dia lah kan, patutnya kena withholding lah. Tapi whatever prize money yang sportsman ni receive, it will be exemption, tak akan subject to withholding tax.
Oh, so kira dia tak payah bayar tax lah?
Yes, tak payah. So bila dia dapat hadiah tu dia akan terima full lah, dia tak akan dapat 90% je ke, okay, tak, dia akan dapat full 100% untuk hadiah yang dia terima tu.
Okay, thank you madam.
Okay, next untuk section 107 non-resident contractor. Tadi kalau awak tengok kita dalam table tu ada 10% plus 3% kan? Okay, contract payment to a non-resident contractor shall upon paying or crediting such contract payment deduct the withholding tax 10% plus 3%. Okay, kenapa ada dua rates ni kelas? Okay, ada dua rate yang kena ingat. Okay, kenapa? Okay, contract payment tu maksud dia apa? Payment made for service under a contract to the non-resident for his non-resident or his agent or any person acting on his behalf. Okay, excluding cost of plant and machinery and material. Okay, this one memang kerja kontrak kelas, kerja kontrak yang dibuat dekat Malaysia, tapak site kontrak tu dekat Malaysia, but pembinaan tu is done by non-resident contractor. Okay, so kita tengok. Okay, payment made to non-resident contractor shall be made after deducting the following. Okay, so tadi reason kenapa ada 10% and 3%. 10%, okay, account of tax which may be payable by non-resident contractor. Okay, so first yang awak kena tolak is 10% from the contract payment. Okay, the second one, 3% tu kenapa? Account of tax which may be payable by the employee of the non-resident. Okay, so pertama untuk payment pada company tu sendiri, non-resident contractor, and the 3% untuk employees of non-resident contractor. Okay, so Director General may waive the 3% if he satisfied that the employee is subject to tax deduction under monthly tax deduction scheme. Okay, so 3% from the payment, ataupun if the company, the contractor company tu dia dah buat monthly tax deduction scheme untuk employees dia. So kalau dia memang bayar monthly tax ni pada LHDN untuk employees, so the 3% ni kita tak perlu tolak. Hanya tolak the 10% ni. Okay, boleh faham ke kelas? Okay, so ada kontrak kat Malaysia, so company untuk payment, let's say lah government bayar untuk non-resident contractor ni. So untuk government ni dia kena bayar, kena tolak 10% from the payment untuk contract payment dia, and dia kena tolak another 3% untuk employees. Kalau lah contractor ni dia dah buat monthly tax deduction scheme untuk employees dia, so the 3% ni dah tak perlu tolak, so hanya tolak 10% of contract payment sahaja. Okay, and for the payment yang awak buat, okay, it exclude the cost of plant and machinery and material, and also for project carried out of performed in Malaysia sahaja. Okay, and untuk partnership applicable untuk non-resident partner sahaja. So kalau partnership tu ada Malaysian resident, ada campur, ada Malaysian tiba-tiba salah seorang partners tu non-resident. So kalau non-resident untuk partners ni awak kena pecahkan lah. Untuk resident macam mana, untuk non-resident payment yang dia terima tu kena subject to withholding. Okay, example. The government enters into a contract in 2019 with a non-resident contractor, Magnum Limited, to build a highway in Malaysia. Okay, so the total contract price is 20 million. Okay, if the cost of plant and machinery and material is, okay, let's say lah katakan untuk kos-kosan lain only 12 million. The balance, okay, so plant and machinery dia, material dia 12 million. Okay, so maksudnya out of 20,000, the balance dia akan jadi 8,000. Okay, so yang 8,000 ni akan jadi service portion of the contract payment, and kita hanya akan charge the withholding tax on this 8 million sahaja. Sebab for 12 million ni untuk plant and machinery and material, it is not included under withholding tax. Okay, so kita nak kira withholding tax dia, okay, 10% plus 3%, okay, dan awak akan darabkan dengan only 8 million. Okay, so for the amount of that percent dia akan jadi 800, and for the 3% awak akan dapatlah 240,000. Okay, the Director General may waive the 3% of tax 240,000 ni, dia boleh waive kalau Director General satisfied that the employee of the non-resident contractor is subject to tax deduction under the monthly tax deduction scheme. Okay, so this example boleh faham ke? Boleh follow? Kelas faham? Faham Okay, so untuk servis saja yang kena withholding, subject to withholding Okay, then section 107A will only apply if the contract payment is respect of service rendered in relation to or in connection with a contract payment being undertaking ataupun project or scheme carried out or performed in Malaysia. Okay, mesti perform in Malaysia. Okay, section 107A therefore excludes service performed outside Malaysia in relation to a contract project in Malaysia. Okay, project Malaysia, okay, service awak perform in Malaysia, it will fall under 107A. Okay, project Malaysian punya project tapi service awak buat dekat foreign, so it will not subject under withholding tax. Okay, project by Malaysia, project by foreign tapi dia perform in Malaysia. Okay, this is under 109B, section 109B. Okay, section 109B ni apa? 109B. This one is special class of income, section 109B. Okay, this one. Okay, this one awak boleh turn to page 257. Okay, pages tu pun dah bertukar. Okay. Okay, this one situation sama tapi this one involve partnership or joint venture recipient. Okay, tengok dekat buku awak. Okay, where contract payment are made to a partnership, the 10% plus 3% withholding tax deduction will only apply to any partner of the partnership who is a non-resident. Okay, so payer bayar pada partnership. Okay, kita tengok example Mahmud, Meng and Maurice are partners of MMM and company sharing a profit ratio of 40, 40 and 20% respectively. All the partners are tax resident except for Maurice, who is a non-resident. Assume that the service portion of a contract is 2 million. Withholding tax provision shall only apply to Maurice portion. Okay, so ini situation partnership awak. Dalam partnership tu ada partners yang bukan resident. Okay, so kita nak tengok untuk Maurice ni who is the non-resident, service portion dia is 20%. Okay, bukan 20% ni dia punya profit sharing ratio. 20% untuk Maurice. So 20% kalikan dengan 2 million, bahagian untuk Maurice ni adalah 400,000. Okay, so bahagian untuk Maurice 400,000. So untuk Maurice kita tak bagi dia terus straight away 400,000. Dia akan subject to withholding tax of 10% and 3%. Okay, so maksudnya Maurice ni dia tak akan terima penuh, awak akan tolak 400,000, tolak 40,000, tolak 12,000. Dah tolak tu barulah that payment yang akan awak serahkan pada Maurice, and baki 52,000 ni akan jadi withholding, awak akan submit tu LHDN. Okay, if Mahmud, Meng and Maurice are shareholders of MMM Sdn Bhd, a company resident in Malaysia, no withholding tax is required. Okay, kalau treatment lain pula kelas, tadi partnership, one of the partner is non-resident. Okay, the second situation ni, diorang bertiga juga tapi shareholders. So kalau shareholders mean diorang ada company. Okay, so company MMM Sdn Bhd ni a company resident in Malaysia. Okay, so kalau company resident in Malaysia, no withholding tax is required. Okay, kalau semua orang, even Maurice ni non-resident, tapi diorang ni shareholders of company dan company ni is non-resident. So kalau non-resident senang, dia tak ada masalah sebab dia akan the income tax for non-resident terus subject to Malaysia Okay, sebab company is taxable person under Income Tax Act. Okay, so kalau yes, company non-resident, so no withholding tax lah, awak kena bayar. Okay, so dia bagi contoh kat sini, MMM Sdn Bhd is presently developing a theme park in Perak and made the following payment. 500,000 to Mitsubishi, a citizen resident of Japan, being interest on the 10 million loan at the rate of interest rate of 5% per annum. Okay, so company ni pula bayar pada non-resident ataupun non-resident company. Okay, lepas tu second, dia bayar 70,000 being royalties paid to Marcos Sdn Bhd, resident and based in Perak for use of patent. Okay, 3 million to Mojo Incorporated, resident in Korea for work carried out for the theme park. The breakdown is as follow. Cost spent and machinery, 1.3 million. Contract work on infrastructure and building carried out in Malaysia, 1.7 million. Okay, so ada 3 situation, explain with reason where whether each of the above payment is subject to withholding tax were applicable. Okay, this one untuk company pula. Company ni pula, dia pula. Okay, untuk company menggunakan servis untuk 1,000 to machine ni. Okay, this one, is it subject to withholding tax? Subject tak to withholding tax. So Mitsubishi ni adalah resident of Japan. Dia buat loan dengan Mitsubishi ni dan kena bayar 500,000. So this one obviously lah awak kena subject to withholding tax. Okay. Okay, the loan is used by the payer for its theme park in Malaysia and is paid to another non-resident person. Okay, for this, Section 109, withholding tax is applicable and at the rate of 15%. Okay, untuk 70,000 bayar pada Malco, this one is it subject to withholding? Malco Saberhad ni adalah resident. So kalau bayar pada resident, not subject to withholding. Okay. And untuk Mojo ni pula. Okay, untuk Mojo, okay, 3 million tapi out of 3 million ada portion untuk plant and machinery, ada portion untuk work infrastructure. Okay, untuk cost plant and machinery, it is not subject to withholding tax. Okay, but untuk contract work, okay, it is subject to tax tapi since this is construction, okay, sebab dia infrastructure and building carry out in Malaysia contract work kan. So dia akan subject to withholding tax of 10% plus 3%. Okay, this is under contractor rate. Okay, so kelas 10 tak kat situ, any problem? Boleh. Saya takut ada problem je sebab topik ni macam apa nak cakap Okay. So next, approval from the Director General. Okay, so Director General may under special circumstances allow extension of time for tax deduction to be paid. Okay, so sepatutnya within 1 month kan. Okay, tapi dengan justification from the Director General, dia ikut suka hati dia lah. Maybe dia boleh extend time of tax deduction. Okay, Section 107A Clause 2 provides that where the payer failed to remit the tax withheld within the time allowed, the amount which he failed to pay shall be debt due from him to the government and shall be payable forthwith to the Director General. So dia akan jadi jadi hutang awak jadi hutang pada government kalau tak bayar. Okay, so the Director General may in his discretion for any good cause shall remit the whole part or the penalty imposed, and where the penalty remitted has been paid, the Director General shall repay the same to taxpayer. Okay, so this one atas pertimbangan director lah so maybe dia boleh allow awak bayar sikit dulu ke, okay, ataupun penalty tu macam mana so itu semua atas budi bicara director. Okay, director shall repay the same. Okay, ataupun maybe kalau dia kata tak payah bayar penalty ke apa ke, so itu semua atas director. Okay, atas budi bicara dia lah Okay, next kita nak tengok tax set off. Okay, Section 107A Clause 3 provide that the Director General shall apply the 10% tax withheld as a tax set off against the tax charge of the non-resident contractor for the year of assessment. Okay, for example, if the service portion of a contractor for year assessment 2021 is 1 million and the chargeable income of the non-resident contractor is 600,000, withholding tax of 10% plus 3% was deducted. Okay, so this one dia dah ni lah 100,000 dengan 30,000 untuk 10% dengan 3% tu tadi. Okay, untuk kontraktor tu, kalau awak ingat daripada awal-awal, sama ada awak bayar withholding ataupun awak submit bayar tax return kan. Okay, so let's say dia bagi tahu awak kat sini chargeable income dia 600,000. Okay, so kita tengok macam mana dia boleh set off. Okay, let's say dengan chargeable income 600,000 tadi, dia kena bayar tax of 24% which is 144,000. Okay, less 110 withholding tax deduction of 100,000. Okay, this is the 10% portion. Okay, so kat sini income tax payable dia maksudnya company tu kena tambah lagi another 44,000. Okay, so this one maksudnya antara tax paid awak dengan withholding tax dia akan comply each other. Okay, so bila awak dah bayar dekat withholding tax dan at the same time company awak kena tax, so awak tengok terlebih ke terkurang. Kalau terkurang dia akan tambah. Okay, kalau terkurang means awak kena tambah lagi lah awak punya income tax payable tu. Kalau terlebih dia akan biar je sebab maksudnya sekarang awak terlebih bayar withholding tax kan, terlebih kan. Okay, but kalau terlebih bayar dia habis kat situ, habis je kat situ sebab itu adalah the actual amount of withholding tax. Boleh follow ke kelas? This one kan sebenarnya dia relate dengan yang awal ni tadi. Okay, this one. Awak tengok untuk business income of non-resident contractor ni, okay, untuk dia fall under section 4A. Okay. Dia fall under section 4A which is business. So kalau untuk business ni dia akan ada kena income tax for business. But at the same time, since dia adalah non-resident contractor, dia subject juga dengan withholding dekat sini. Okay, subject juga withholding. So dua-dua so dia akan charge dekat business dengan withholding tax. Okay, so for this, okay, that's why awak tengok the rest of it is final in tax kan. So final tax tu bila awak dah comply dengan withholding, so itu bila dah comply dengan withholding means that itu je tax awak, tak perlu lagi tengok yang lain. But for the business income of non-resident contractor ni, dia kena bayar withholding tu ada subject to withholding and kena compare dengan income tax yang company ni bayar. So kita akan set off yang mana satu lebih tinggi, awak akan ikut yang paling tinggi itu adalah income tax untuk company tu. Sama ada withholding tax yang lebih tinggi ataupun income tax yang lebih tinggi. Yang satu lebih tinggi itu adalah tax dia. So dia kena check lah withholding tax dengan submission of tax return ni. Okay, boleh ke? Okay, boleh kelas? Awak masih follow lagi ke? Dah saya left ke awak dah left ni?
Follow medium.
Lagi. Follow Awak tanya, kalau tak faham tulisannya tahu sebab okay, actually topik ni topik macam lain sikit daripada yang kita dah belajarkan sebelum-sebelum ni kan. So this one is whatever you're dealing with the non-resident company. Okay, next kita nak tengok seterusnya ni masih lagi under contractor ni. Okay, MTD, monthly tax deduction scheme is also applicable for to non-resident contractor. The 3% withholding tax of 3,000 may be waived by the Director General if he is satisfied that the employees of the non-resident contractors are subject to MTD deduction. Okay, so kalau contractor ada company dan juga ada pekerja-pekerja bawah dia kan. So untuk pekerja-pekerja ni, okay, kalau 30,000 tadi sama ada awak tengok on withholding tax ataupun tengok pada individual tax of the pekerja tu. Okay, kalau Director General ni dikata dia dah puas hati yang pekerja-pekerja tu dah bayar tax menggunakan MTD, so the 30,000 ni tak perlu lagi bayar. So salah satu Okay, tax withheld of 3% shall only be refunded when the Director General deems appropriate. To facilitate an early refund, the non-resident contractor should forward the following. Okay, name, address, details, semua tu. Okay, so sama ada MTD ke 30%, 3% tu. So katakanlah dia dah bayar MTD, dia dah apply MTD ni setiap bulan pekerja tu bayar. Lepas tu dia tertolak juga dengan 3% of withholding. So the 3% withholding ni akan dipulangkan, shall be refunded. Okay, so this one tak ada masalah lah Okay, so kita tengok penalties for non-compliant. So untuk penalties pun akan apply juga untuk contract payment. So penalty tu berapa persen kena bayar? Penalty 10% yang tadi sama macam masa topik. Dan persen saya rasa tadi, mana dah terjumpa dah. Okay. Next kita nak tengok special class of income. Okay, so dalam buku awak, buku surat 261, special class of income. Okay, service rendered, kenapa dia masuk dalam special class? Yang lain tu dia dah mention ada interest, royalties, contractor kan. Okay, ada public entertainer. Okay, this one special class of income. Okay, special rendered, service rendered by the non-resident person or rights belonging to or the installation or operation of any plants, machinery or other apparatus purchased from such non-resident. Okay, so this one tak masuk under bukan interest, bukan royalties, tapi dia bagi awak service the non-resident bagi service for the installation of plant ataupun apa lagi dia bagi kat sini, service rendered by the non-resident person or rights belonging to on or the installation or operation of any plants, machinery or other apparatus purchased from such non-resident. Okay, so yang lain-lain, so dia tak boleh masuk under interest, tak boleh masuk under royalties, bukan juga contractor. Okay, fees for any advice given or assistance or service rendered in connection with the management or administration of any scientific, industrial or commercial undertaking, venture, project or scheme. So tadi awak pasang installation, this one awak pula bagi advice on management, admin semua So this is also fall under special class of income. Okay, the other one, rent or other payment made under any agreement for the use of any movable property. Okay, this one awak rental pula lah properties tu, movable property. Okay, so these three fall under special class of income. Okay, onshore ke offshore? Okay, onshore, apa maksud onshore? Apa maksud offshore? Okay, onshore ke offshore ni? Offshore tu maksud dia apa, kelas? Okay, offshore tu luar kan, luar daripada Malaysia kan, pesisir pantai kan. So applicable kalaulah berada kat onshore saja, service tu provide by the non-resident dekat onshore, so it will applicable to withholding tax. Kalau service tu provide untuk offshore, it will be exempted. Awak tak akan dikenakan withholding tax. Okay, so apa beza antara section 4A capital dengan section 4A? Okay. So kita tengok macam sama je. Whether in Malaysia, okay, kalau ada branch in Malaysia, kalau ada branch, tax can be collected from a branch in Malaysia. Okay, kalau tak ada branch, okay, dia datang ke Malaysia just untuk bagi awak servis je, tak ada branch, so it will subject to section 4A capital. So untuk 4A capital ni withholding tax of 10% akan kena collect awak kena collect dia. Okay, so tak ada branch, so kita terus collect. Bila awak bawa payment, awak terus collect dia withholding tax. Okay, so kita tengoklah branch tu ada. Okay, next ada special. Okay, disbursement or of pocket expenses incurred related A and subsequent reimbursement. Okay, so this one termasuklah airfare, travelling, accommodation, telephone and photocopy charges. Okay, so this one under reimbursement. Okay, so maksudnya airfare so semua ni kita boleh charge to withholding. Untuk hotel charges, reimbursement are excluded. Okay, untuk hotel charges ni kita tak reimbursement dia tak boleh, not subject to withholding tax. Okay, for deposit and advance payment, non-refundable, subject to withholding tax, refundable, not applicable. Okay. Okay, deposit and advance payment ni, kalau this one kalau macam awak menyewa kan, menyewa. Okay, kalau non-refundable, okay, kalau non-refundable means that deposit yang awak bagi pada non-resident company ni, deposit non-refundable, kalau non-refundable dia akan jadi income awak kan. So for this income, it will not subject to, dia akan subject to withholding tax. Dia akan jadi income lah Okay, kalau refundable, okay, awak akan pulangkan balik. So this is not income. So this is not applicable to withholding tax. Okay, so kat sini boleh follow? Okay, next. Okay, payment which are not subject to withholding tax. Okay, commission paid to a non-resident general commission agent for sales for deals transact overseas made on behalf of Malaysian company or individual. Okay, so yang ni awak bagi commission non-resident untuk dia punya sales agent dan okay. So this one sebenarnya kerja tu tak bermula lagi. Awak baru nak cari kan. So this one is not subject to withholding. Okay, next, guarantees fees connected with any loan or indebtedness or commission for letters of credit. Okay, this is also not subject. Okay, deposit paid on the signing of an agreement for technical services which is refundable upon completion of the service. Okay, ni pun samalah tadi, deposit tadi kan. Deposit is not subject to withholding tax. Okay, next, testing service for the provision of test result on finished product to meet requirement standard which do not involve technical advice or consultation. Okay, this is on testing service. So yang awak akan subject to withholding tax is technical advice atau consultation kan. For untuk testing ni tak masuk dalam withholding tax Okay, gain or profit in certain cases. Okay, so payment to non-resident in relation to gain or profit falling under section 4F deemed derived from Malaysia and withholding tax of 10%. Okay, sama lah pay to Director General 1 month after crediting. Okay, so kalau awak tengok FF ni, kalau dalam section F awak pun kita tak specific what types of income. So income yang tak tahu, dia tak boleh masuk A, tak boleh masuk B, tak boleh masuk C. Okay, awak tak tahu dia punya kelas, awak terus akan masukkan dia as section 4F. So sama lah juga kalau this is income under section 4F of non-resident, it will subject to withholding tax of 10%. Okay, so untuk section 4F, the payment is revenue, okay, not capital. So Malaysian satu je setakat ni capital gain dia under RPGT. Okay, our next topic. Okay, the payment does not fall under section 4A to E and section 4A. Okay, so tak boleh masuk A, B, C semua tak boleh. So kau terus masukkan dia as 4F. Okay, payment received by a non-resident should not be his business income. Okay, so sama juga, business income is actually section 4A. Payment received is casual in nature. Okay, occasion income received outside the ordinary course of trade. Okay, so meaning that this one bukan dia punya. Okay, this one bukan nature business dia yang biasa Okay. Okay, payment for isolated transaction and there is absence of repetition of transaction. Okay, kalau repetition dia akan jadi under 4A. Okay, so the payment is isolated, asing-asing, sekali-sekala je. Okay, so kita tengok example. Malaysia 1 Sdn Bhd is required to pay commission to the following person in 2019. Okay, 100,000 to a foreign commission agent carrying on business in Thailand. Okay, dia bayar pada foreign commission agent. Okay, second one dia bayar 20,000 to Molly, a full-time housewife residing in Tua Payoh for sales of a shop house in Johor Bahru. Okay, payment for A yang 100,000 tu would not be subject to withholding tax under section 109F. Okay, as it constitute business income to the commission agent. Okay. Okay, payment for B also would be subject to withholding tax as it appear to be casual income to Molly. Okay, MSSB is required to pay Molly only 18,000 and pay the tax withhold of 2,000 to the tax collector within 1 month from the date of payment or credited. Okay, so income ni kita nak tengok yang Molly tadi, it is not, dia bukan kerja dia as commission kan, but agent ke apa, dia hanyalah housewife. So untuk housewife ni, itu yang dikata sebagai casual in nature, occasion income received outside the ordinary course of trade. So dia bukan kerja dia as agent ni. Molly ni hanyalah housewife. So untuk ini, the income will fall under section 109F. Okay, untuk A tadi foreign commission, okay, memang kerja dia business dia adalah agent carrying business. Dia ada business dia dekat sini. So bila awak bayar 100,000, okay, so it will not subject to withholding. So sebab dia adalah business income kan. Dia ada business income. Ini adalah business income dia. Alright, so kelas kita dah habis. Any problem with the topic? Anyone nak tanya apa-apa? Okay kelas, so kalau tak ada apa-apa boleh terus proceed to quick quiz. Okay, so dah semua orang dah sampai ke 265. Okay, awak ada lagi kan kelas?
Ada.
Okay, okay, so kita tengok soalan lah quick quiz. Soalan pertama, the following scenario relates to two requirement. Okay, ada requirement awak A dengan B kat bawah tu. Okay, Mutual Hotel Sdn Bhd, a company resident in Malaysia, is undertaking a hotel project in Johor Bahru. The company engaged MK Architect Limited, a company resident in Hong Kong, to provide an architectural design service. Mutual Hotel Sdn Bhd paid MK Architect Limited a design fee of 400,000 for work done in Malaysia in 2021. Okay, the design fee has been capitalized in the accounts of Mutual Hotel Sdn Bhd for the year ended 31st December 2021. Okay, required. State with reason whether design fee received by MK Architect Limited is deemed to be derived from Malaysia. Okay, Malaysian income ke tak kelas? Untuk apa yang dia bayar pada arkitek tu?
Yes.
Yes kan, obvious lah kan sebab company yang bayar is resident company. Okay, for work done in Malaysia. Okay, kerja-kerja yang dia buat dekat mana? Malaysia kan? This is the, dia nak buat kerja-kerja yang dia buat tu dekat Malaysian income. Okay, so it is a Malaysian income. So macam mana kita punya treatment? Okay, this one ada income apa ni kelas agaknya? For A, for B, interest, royalty, public entertainer. Okay, kalau bukan dia akan jadi under special class of income. Okay, so this one is special class of income. Okay, so the rate is 10%. Okay, sebab yang bayar non-resident. Okay, explain the Malaysian tax treatment in respect of the income received by MK Architect Limited. Okay, so awak akan bayar berapa kalau dia subject pada withholding tax? Okay, awak patut bayar, Mutual Hotel patut bayar pada MK Architect 400,000 Tapi kalau is subject to withholding tax, so dia bayar berapa? Berapa persen? Untuk special class of income? Special class of income tadi berapa?
10%.
Okay, 10%. So, daripada 400,000 yang awak Mocho Hotel patut bayar pada MK Architect, so dia patut bayar berapa?
30,000.
50,000? Berapa?
40.
40. Okay, 40. Okay, 40 tu amount of the withholding tax. Okay, 40 is amount of withholding tax. So yang dia patut bayar pada MK Architect berapa?
360,000.
Okay, 360,000 dia bayar pada MK Architect. Dia retain withhold 40,000 and within 1 month dia kena bayar pada LHDN. Okay. Okay, next. The following scenario relates to one requirement. Ada satu je requirement kat bawah tu. Makmas Berhad, the company resident in Malaysia, manufactures precision tools for export. In 2021, it entered into an agreement with the company resident in United States for transfer of know-how or assistance and supply and installation of equipment. For the year ended 30 June 2021, the following expenses were incurred by Makmas Berhad: advice fee of 60,000, royalties of 80,000. Okay, so ada different date kat situ dia bayar. Untuk advice paid on 1st June 2021, for royalties accrued on 15 February 2021 and paid on 15 May 2021. Okay, then supply of equipment by the US company 600,000 paid on 30 April 2021 upon delivery of equipment. Okay, required, explain with reason whether each of the above stated amount is subject to withholding tax and where applicable state the rate of withholding, where applicable state the rates of withholding tax. Okay, untuk advice fee class, is it subject to withholding tax? This one subject tak to withholding?
Subject.
Yes, it is subject to withholding sebab apa? Sebab apa? Okay, of course lah, awak Mak is resident and dia bayar pada US which is non-resident. Okay, so advice fee ni dia akan jadi income under section berapa? Withholding tax section berapa ni? Advice fee.
Special class.
Okay, special class of income 109B So withholding tax of 10%. Okay, untuk royalty pula. Okay, dia paid 1 Jun. So kalau, untuk advice tadi dia paid on 1 Jun. So patutnya dia bayar berapa 60,000 tolak 10%, so dia bayar hanyalah 540,000. Bukan. 54,000 yang dia bayar pada company US ni. So dia akan withhold 10% which is 6,000. Okay. And bila pula dia akan bayar pada LHDN class? Untuk advice fee tu tadi. Amount of 6,000, bila pula dia akan bayar pada LHDN?
Before 1 July.
Okay, before 1 July 1 July ke 30 Jun? Okay, so tempoh dia 1 bulan kan? Okay, 1 Julai lah. Okay, next class. Untuk royalties, 80,000. accrued on 15 February and paid on 15 May. Okay, so untuk royalties, section berapa? Berapa persen royalties?
10%.
10% juga section.
For D.
For D. For D. Kalau under withholding tax section
109.
109.
109.
Okay, betul 109. Okay. So dia ada tarikh accrued dengan tarikh paid tu kelas. So kita akan ikut tarikh yang mana ni? Accrued ke paid? Apa beza accrued? Apa beza paid? Kalau accrued tu sebenarnya dia dah masukkan dalam record dia kan? Tapi paid tu dia betul-betul lah buat payment. So kalau macam ni awak kena ikut tarikh accrued lah kelas. Okay. Now, what happened? The next question awak tu. Supply of equipment by the US company. Is it subject to withholding tax? Subject to withholding untuk supply of equipment? Equipment masuk tak?
Tak.
Equipment tak masuk. Yang masuk yang lain-lain ni cost of equipment tu memang tak masuk. Okay. Exclude the cost of plant and machinery and material. So plant and machinery tu termasuklah sebagai as equipment dia Okay, so this one under contract payment, contractor. So untuk equipment, untuk material tak termasuk. Okay, so tak adalah untuk withholding untuk 600,000 ni. Okay, so done question 2. Question 3. MD Resources dan Berhad signed an agreement in January 2021 with MK Contractor Limited, a company non-resident in Malaysia, for the construction of a building in Kuala Lumpur. MK set up a project management office in Kuala Lumpur. The total value of the contract is 10 million, of which 6 million is the service portion and 4 million is the cost of material. Okay, required. Explain the withholding tax obligation of MD Resources dan Berhad under section 107A with regards to those payments and determine the amount to be withheld. Okay, kelas. So, apa soalan Nina ni sebenarnya? Okay, first identify MK contractor. Okay, nama dia pun contractor. So, section berapa contractor ni?
$107A.
107A. Okay, non-resident contractor. Okay, so kalau contractor, dia ada special rate dia which is berapa? Untuk contractor ada 2 rate.
10% dengan 3%.
Okay, betul. 10% and 3%. Okay, betul. Okay, lepas tu awak tengok value of the contract dia 10 million, tapi a part of that 6,000 is service and 10 million dia punya contract price. Then 6 million for the service and 4 million for the cost of material. So, untuk out of the 100% of the contract, berapa persen je yang kita boleh subject to withholding tax? Berapa persen? All 10 million?
6 million.
Okay, hanya bahagian apa? Service portion sahaja 6 million. Untuk material, untuk machinery, it is not subject to withholding tax. Okay, so explain the withholding tax obligation of MD Resources dan Berhad under Okay, so section 107A with regards to this payment. Berapa banyak yang kita nak withhold sekarang ni? Okay. So awak akan darabkanlah 10% the service portion of 6 million and also 3% kalikan dengan 6 million. Okay, that one lah. The total is the amount to be withheld. Okay, jumpa So 10% kali 6 million campur dengan 3% kalikan dengan 6 million. Okay, dah dapat kat situ berapa? Total yang kena withheld. Berapa kelas?
780,000.
Okay, 780,000. Okay, next. Calculate the tax liability of MK Contractors Limited assuming that the construction project was started and completed in the year of assessment 2021 and taxable income is 3.5 million. Okay, so this one dia nak kena buat apa? Awak kena compare antara apa dengan apa? Okay, so the company ada chargeable income of 3.5 million. Awak darabkan dengan tax rate untuk company. So nak darabkan dengan berapa yang tu? Darabkan.
24%.
Okay, darabkan dengan 24%. Okay, that's why kita akan dapat tax paid dia. Okay, now compare dengan withholding tax awak. Okay, so 3.5 million kalikan dengan 24, that one is your tax paid kalau kita kira ikut Income Tax Act for company. Okay, then awak compare dengan 10% of withholding tax portion untuk service portion which is 10% kalikan dengan 6 million tadi. Okay. So dari situ awak tengok yang mana satu lebih besar. Okay, so kat situ yang besar yang mana? Okay, yang besar is 3.5 million tu kan. Awak akan dapat berapa tu? 840 kan?
Betul.
Okay, so 840 compared dengan amount of withholding tax yang dah bayar only 600,000. So awak kena tambah lagi. Okay, company ni kena tambah lagi 240,000 untuk mencukupkan dia punya tax requirement, tax paid required. Alright. Okay, kelas dah nak habis masa. Saya nak awak bacalah, continue sambung buat quiz, soalan 4, soalan 5, soalan 6. Okay, awak baca balik. Okay, awak baca balik topik ni. Okay, so kalau ada apa-apa kita sambung lah esok.
Madam nak slide untuk chapter 11 juga.